Welcome to BQ's Reviews, a series where we take a closer look at some of the most iconic luxury watch models ever produced. And today we're kicking off with an undisputed grail. Whether you are a fan of Rolex or not, there are very few people in the watch world that haven't heard of the John Mayer Rolex Daytona.
So I'm joined by Kaylee, our head of sales and acquisitions here at BQ Watches. Kaylee, would I be right in saying this is your favourite watch of all time? Out of all the timepieces you've seen in your 4 years at BQ Watches, this is still your holy grail watch?
It really is, and I really would still sell a kidney just to get it. That isn't a joke. I don't know what it is about this piece that is my favourite, but when I very first saw it when I came to BQ 4 years ago, the yellow gold with the green to me is the perfect combination. I think it's the green. I know green is green, but for some reason how the green looks with this yellow gold, I just don't think another watch beats it in my opinion. And also, funnily enough, I'm a Love Island fan, as we know. I saw Molly May wearing it. So I was like, okay, so I have got good taste then. Because she was when she came out, quite a fashion icon. Everyone followed everything she done. And I would say that was a point for me when I saw a lot of people my age that were then talking about it as well, which was quite interesting.
Celebrities did impact this watch massively. Obviously, you know, the nickname John Mayer, we've spoken at length about the influence John Mayer has had on the watch world in general, as well as this watch. But this watch seemed to have, obviously, he spoke about it in 2019 on that Hodinky interview. After that, it seemed to have created a real surge for green dial watches. Everybody went to create a green dial watch. That was the next big hype.
Yeah, I think it's because of how well this done. And like you said, a lot of celebrities were wearing it. Like the biggest celebrity names, from footballers to basketball players to comedians. Yeah, same thing. Everyone has got this piece in their collection. I wish I did. But I think that also when you see celebrities being packed wearing it, especially a watch, everyone's like, oh, they're wearing it. Oh, and he's wearing it. Oh, and she's wearing it. And it wasn't just men wearing it, it was women as well. So it's a 40 mil. Normally before people be like 40 mils just for men. But this piece, seeing it on men and women, I think was great as well.
Do you think there's ever been a piece that has been influenced more in the aftermarket than the John Mayer? Because I don't think there is, I mean, off the top of my head, I can't think of any other watch that has seen the jump in interest. You know, from 2016 to 2019, it I don't want to say flew under the radar. Obviously, it was still a much loved piece by a lot of Rolex fans, but it was nothing compared to what it was after that Hodinky interview dropped.
Yeah, and also, I agree. But I started BQ in 2020. I think Christmas 2020, we sold one. I think it was around 45. Don't hold me to that. But it was around that. And then obviously 2021 hit.
The COVID
2022.
spike.
And it was, I couldn't buy one of these for less than 100K, which is insane now when they're so much below it. But this was one of the watches that everyone wanted at that time. The price was just going up and up and up, and anyone wanted to get this one piece in particular in the height of the market.
I think green and blue dials, definitely since this, and definitely since the boom of this, green and blue dials, I'd say are categorically the most popular. Whether you're looking at Rolex, Patek, anything. Obviously, I know Patek bought out the green Nautilus in 2021. I think they bought out a Complications in 22 as well. Is there any other watch, obviously aside from, I mean, there are a few off-catalogue pieces. Is there any watch that you see in circulation or out at the moment that could overtake the John Mayer in terms of popularity in the aftermarket in the next couple of years?
I think the Le Mans, but the white gold one. As much as I love this watch, I'm not a big fan of the yellow gold Le Mans. I don't know why, but I feel like the white gold one, it just goes so much better. But again, that was a very, very short production period, and everyone wanted one, but hardly anyone got one. So, and it's not like they're producing them anymore. So I feel like if there was going to be a piece, it might be that. But I guess it really all depends. I feel like a lot of people that have got it, it's a piece they want to keep because they're one of very few people that actually got it. So it's hard. I guess we'll have to see.
So as we know, this is not John Mayer's only Daytona. He has an extensive collection, and it did expand. You know, when he did his first talking watches with Hodinkee in 2016, I think his collection in the next 3 years expanded quite dramatically. He did have, notably, a couple of Paul Newmans in there, which everyone, you know, collector's holy grail, up there with the nicest Daytonas in the world. So I've got to ask, I know this is your holy grail watch. Would you choose a Paul Newman or that if you had? Price is irrelevant.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'd still pick this. Only because, and I tell you why, this I can see myself wearing. I actually can see myself wearing it every day. Or the Paul Newman, they're so special. They're, like you said, they're collector's pieces. They're not ones that people really wear. I'm sure there's people there is, but I know a lot of people that have it and they just keep it in their collection. Whereas I know people that have got this, they wear it. I feel like it's more of a wearable piece than the Paul Newman.
Even in yellow gold?
Even in yellow gold. I know, you've got to be careful, but I think it's more wearable.
See, look, and I've said multiple times throughout this video, I am not a fan of yellow gold.
No.
I would never wear a yellow gold watch, but if there was one that was going to make it work, the green dial just... I feel like it draws your eyes so much to the dial that you can forget that the watch is a mountain of yellow gold. It's a sensational watch.
But do you want to know a funny thing? I don't like yellow gold. I'm a rose gold girl.
So I can see I like rose gold as well.
But again, this is still my holy grail.
Until the rose gold Le Mans comes out next year.
Still this.
Really?
I'm telling you.
Over a rose. What if they brought out a rose gold?
Wouldn't go. I don't think green and rose gold would go. In my opinion.
What about the olive and rose gold day-date is one of the nicest colourways and the new olive and rose gold
100%.
Sky Dweller.
Again, I feel like the greens look different. That's the problem, is the greens are different. So this green is so vibrant.
That's a racing green, isn't it?
Yes. And the olive day-date, stunning piece, again, would love. And obviously the Sky Dweller. But the greens just don't pop like this green. And I don't know if it is the yellow gold that makes it pop, but this one with the green and the yellow gold, it's the perfect combination.
It's kind of like John Mayer himself in that he's good, but he has a certain je ne sais quoi that makes him better. Nobody quite knows what it is, but it does just kind of elevate it to that next level.
100%. And this is that, in my opinion.